Listen up, Chicago. The atmosphere at Hallis Hall has shifted dramatically in the last 48 hours. We are not just talking about minor roster adjustments or depth signings. We are witnessing a fundamental transformation of the Chicago Bears under the direction of Ryan Poles. The front office is aggressive, the strategy is clear, and the implications for the NFC North are massive. We have verified reports of a major financial commitment, a shifting power dynamic in our division, and a new piece added to the trenches. Grab your coffee and pay attention, because the landscape of the NFL is changing right before our eyes.
Stop what you are doing and listen closely. The Chicago Bears have officially made a statement that echoes through the halls of the NFL front offices. We are talking about a significant $40 million investment in the secondary, bringing in a legitimate high-level veteran safety to anchor this defensive unit. This is not just a depth signing, this is a foundational move. When you look at the pedigree, the production, and the championship caliber experience that this player brings to the table, it is clear that Ryan Poles is not playing around. This is the definition of a splash move. I have been telling you for months that this team needs a veteran presence on the back end of that defense who can command the coverage and bring a level of stability that has been lacking. Now, the critics are going to look at the price tag and they are going to scoff. They're going to point to the numbers and question the long-term viability of that contract. But to them, I say this: you are missing the point entirely. You cannot put a price on the psychological impact of having a commander on the field who knows exactly where to be before the snap even happens. This is the kind of leadership that turns a good defense into an elite one. This is the kind of move that changes the trajectory of a season. Let us be crystal clear about the level of expectation here. The Chicago Bears are currently operating with a level of urgency that we have not seen in years. This is a front office that recognizes the window is opening, and they are doing everything in their power to ensure they are ready to capitalize on it. You have to appreciate the audacity to go out there and secure a player of this caliber in such a competitive market. It sends a message to the rest of the locker room that the time for rebuilding is over and the time for winning is officially here. But let's dig deeper into the actual mechanics of this deal. By committing this kind of capital, the team is signaling that they are willing to push their chips to the middle of the table. They are tired of being the underdog. They are tired of being a footnote in the NFC North conversation. They want to be the ones holding the trophy at the end of the day. This signing is the first major domino to fall, and it creates a ripple effect that touches every single position group on this roster. Now, the question that every fan needs to ask themselves is this: if this is the standard for the secondary, what does this mean for the rest of the defensive lineup, and how will the rest of the division respond to this sudden shift in power?
If you want to keep getting exclusive, hard-hitting insights like this, subscribe now. You do not want to be left behind as the rest of the league scrambles to keep up with these major updates.
Now that we have established the magnitude of this secondary upgrade, we must analyze the broader consequences for the NFC North. The landscape of this division has changed entirely over the last 48 hours. The Chicago Bears, who were previously viewed as a team in transition, are now positioning themselves as a legitimate contender to challenge the status quo. This is a cold, hard, tactical reality. When you look at the internal metrics of the division, the gap between the top and the bottom has narrowed significantly. It is not just about one player. It is about the cumulative effect of strategic maneuvers that force every other general manager in the division to rethink their entire draft board and free agency strategy. You have to give credit where credit is due. The front office in Chicago is playing a game of chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They are identifying weaknesses, they are aggressively filling gaps, and they are doing it with a level of precision that is frankly impressive. But do not think for a second that the rest of the division is just going to sit back and watch. They are watching the film, they are looking at the new roster construction, and they are preparing their own countermoves. This is what makes the NFC North the most dangerous division in football. It is a constant arms race. Every single day, the bar is being raised. And right now, the Chicago Bears are the ones forcing the issue. If you look at the defensive intensity that is being built, it creates a massive problem for opposing offenses that now have to prepare for a much more disciplined, much more experienced backfield. This is not just about stopping the pass, it is about controlling the tempo of the game. It is about dictating what the offense is allowed to do, and that is exactly where the shift has occurred.
We are looking at a defense that is going to be far more difficult to scheme against than it was just a few weeks ago. The pressure is mounting, the expectation is sky high, and for the first time in a long time, the Chicago Bears are the ones who are setting the pace for the rest of the division to follow. This creates an environment where every single snap is going to be scrutinized, and every single game is going to feel like a playoff atmosphere. We are talking about a total cultural shift that is being driven by the front office. But the question remains, even with these upgrades, how does the depth of the roster hold up when the long, grueling season really starts to take its toll on these elite starters?
Let us get right into the heart of the matter. The news cycle does not stop, and neither does the aggression from this front office. We are talking about the latest addition to the defensive line, a move that might not grab the headlines like a massive contract, but one that is absolutely vital for the structural integrity of this team. The Chicago Bears have officially agreed to terms with Kentavious Street. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You are thinking about the big names, the star power, and the flashy signings. But you are ignoring the reality of how championships are won in the modern NFL. You win championships in the trenches. You win them by having a defensive line that can rotate, stay fresh, and consistently put pressure on the quarterback. Adding a player like this is a fundamental building block. It is about depth. It is about ensuring that when the starters need a breather, there is no drop-off in production. It is about creating a situation where the defensive coordinator can throw different looks at the offense without ever sacrificing the quality of the rush. This is the kind of move that veteran teams make. It is the kind of move that shows you understand the grind of a 17-game season. Ryan Poles is building a roster that is designed to be tough, resilient, and capable of dominating the line of scrimmage. If you look at the synergy between the secondary improvements and this new addition to the defensive line, you begin to see a complete picture. The secondary is going to be more effective because the defensive line is going to be more disruptive. The defensive line is going to be more disruptive because they have the depth to keep their energy levels high through all 4 quarters. This is a symbiotic relationship that is absolutely critical for the success of this defense. I am telling you, the identity of the Chicago Bears is changing. They are becoming a team that is going to bully you for 60 minutes. They are going to make you earn every single yard, every single point, and every single snap. And that starts right here, with these under-the-radar acquisitions that provide the foundation for greatness. Some people will overlook this, but those people do not understand the game. The smart money is on the teams that build from the inside out, and that is exactly what is happening in Chicago right now. This is a calculated, aggressive, and smart approach to building a winning culture. It is not about one player or one moment. It is about the collective impact of these decisions and how they stack up to create a formidable opponent. The question for the fans is this: are you ready for a defense that hits harder and plays smarter than anyone else in the NFC North?
We are witnessing a defining moment for the Chicago Bears. With these latest moves, the strategy from Ryan Poles is crystal clear. Build a roster that is deep, disciplined, and ready to dominate the trenches. The investment in the secondary, the tactical shift in our division standing, and the necessary depth additions on the defensive line are all pieces of a larger puzzle. We are not just hoping for improvement anymore. We are seeing the construction of a team that intends to contend. The question for all of you is simple. Do you believe this is enough to take the division title this year? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, stay loud, and keep supporting our team as we navigate this exciting new chapter.